Good morning. Man, it jumps right at me now. Today I know to hit the record button. I missed that yesterday. 1, 2, 3, 4. It is the 17th consecutive live stream today. And I'm going to change it here because I had 16th. That was yesterday. How are you doing this morning? How are things going for you? You have to do so much to get started on the live stream. But what happens to me is I have everything kind of set up, and then at the last minute I'll try to look for maybe another article or two, or just something to talk about, some subject, and you know then I look at the clock again, and it's 9 o'clock. We got to get started. So as you know, I watch these YouTube videos about how to do this and how to do that, and I've been watching this one streamer who streams exclusively on YouTube, and he's knocking it out of the park. Now, he got all of his subs from Twitch. He moved over from Twitch, and building an audience is probably the most difficult part of this setup. I don't really have a built-in audience. I don't have anything that I particularly like or particularly do other than real estate. And real estate is kind of a timely thing. So people aren't, they look at houses all the time, but they're not, actively in the market. And so they don't really care about, what rates are or anything really. They just, they'd rather talk about something else. And when you look on YouTube, let me get a drink. When you look on YouTube, it's kind of, when you look in Google search and stuff like that, it's kind of warped to industries where it seems like people have, the need to be on a computer. So, or they're tech people, or they're music people, or something like that. So a music video by a star will get over 100 million views, and some of them are up in the billions of views. But that kind of follows on YouTube, at least, because for the longest time, as I've told everyone, I'm a dinosaur. When I was growing up, we didn't have the ability to play any song we wanted to on any medium we wanted to, because we didn't have any way to do that. If we wanted to, at least when I was growing up, we had a mixtape, and the music, when you recorded it onto your own tape, it lost kind of its. And then of course you could burn CDs and stuff like that, but yeah, you had to buy the music at some point in time. You couldn't just go on YouTube or Spotify or anywhere else and just enjoy it. So now when you go on YouTube, you type in anything you want to and listen to anything you want, and I mean, I get it. There's like a utility there, but like we were talking about yesterday with that security exploit from the government, as far as like a bug or a hack or something, those aren't people that are going to the factory and working all day. They're in the tech field, and it would make sense that they would search for that sort of thing. I don't think you have to build a niche, but I don't think it necessarily has to be tech related. For example, you have like I said, I always watch the car shows on YouTube, and those aren't really high tech shows. I mean, they try to fix a car every day or every episode. So, we'll just keep going at it. That's my goal. So 17 live streams in a row. The goal was 30. Do I know what's going to happen at the end? I don't know. I feel like it's not going great. Let's just be honest. 1 hour a day, 7 hours a week, to live streaming where there's no one even watching you. It's like, so along those lines, I wanted to go over my YouTube stats put out a video and a live stream yesterday. And this isn't really a complaint as much as just I'm trying to give you some ideas as to what I'm thinking and what I'm going through on a daily basis. So yesterday, my stats, I had 300 impressions. Seriously, if you look at December 3rd as an example, I had 1,200 impressions. So I've had 200, 400, and now 300 in the past 3 days. It's pretty amazing how bad I'm actually doing on YouTube. YouTube is a strange place. So I can't subscribe to my own channel at Deerwood Realty and Friends, but I can flag my own content as harmful. And I was thinking about that. Now, why should I not be allowed to subscribe to my own channel? And the reason why I care about that is if I put out a live stream, the live stream, say I finish with a live stream, it doesn't go on my uploads until the next day. So if I do another video, which I normally do, you'll see the video that I did before you'll see the replay of the live stream, which is, annoying. But then if I was able to subscribe to my channel, then I would be able to set a reminder when my live stream was starting, or what, so I could have some idea of, that it's being shown out there in the world. The way it is now, the only way you can see it is if you're on the back end. And then flagging your own content. Who flags their own content? Like, who would ever do that? Why do we need that button? I don't know. Just little things. So yeah, one of the things I wanted to get into today, I've got stuff to do. I mean, we've got plenty of stuff to look at, but what I wanted to talk about today was something that's kind of interesting, and I'll give it its prime viewing time. Is did the feds try to call me the other night? You say, well, John, why would the feds want to call you? Well, I don't know. But I wanted to go through this this weird setup that I think is going on in real estate, and what I'd say would be enforcement. Okay, so let's go over the call. So I get a call out of the blue to my number, and I know where all my calls come from. So that was odd. And then the person's like, hey, I go, hey, they're looking for real estate. I said, okay, well, I'm a real estate broker. They're like, I'm looking for an apartment in Hazelwood. And I said, I don't do rentals, because I don't. There's no money in it for me. And if you want to know the truth, when they decide that they're going to decouple the commissions, it's going to be the listing agents are going to charge more, and the buyer's agents are going to go with less. And then the buyer's agents are going to figure out, well, there's no point in being a buyer's agent because it costs me a lot of money to drive. It costs me a lot of time, and I have to work with these people over the period of months. They're calling me, they're texting me, and meanwhile, the guy that's listing the property is like, I'm going to just take the money. I don't care about the buyer's agent, because that's exactly what happened in renting in St. Louis. The money is so bad that no buyer's agent wants to go do it, and no tenant wants to pay because they're not in charge anyway. The landlord or the landlord's agent is in charge really of who gets into that house. But anyway, I've been told by the experts, quote unquote, that when you decouple the commissions, it's going to save the consumers all kinds of money, and everything's going to be rosy and wonderful. Anyway, lady calls. I said I don't do any leasing, and this was at like 9:30 at night, so I wasn't really awake. Maybe that's my fault. I always answer my phone. All right, always try to. So, what was that about? Like, how random would it be for someone just to call you out of the blue and say they want to rent a house, and they don't know who you are, they don't know anything about you, and they don't say that they've seen your name online or anything. They just They're just calling you to rent a place. So I don't know. I've had calls in the past. One time I had a call from this lady, and she said, "Hey, is your place available for rent?" And I was listing it, and I said, "No." And the next day it showed up on Facebook Marketplace for rent, listed by someone else. And it was a scam. So that was a different type of situation. Now, why would someone call a real estate agent or real estate brokerage and try and ensnare them in some sort of fair housing issue? Well, fair housing law is above my head, but my understanding of it is, like, if someone files a claim against me, it's investigated at no charge to the claimant, the person that makes the claim. So you can fling fair housing at people every day of the week, and it can be investigated, for nothing. And if you got no real way out of that one. And then that's not good. That's kind of frightening. Obviously, no one wants to run afoul of the fair housing laws, but I say obviously no one wants to, but then we see criminals all the time do it. So I wouldn't say obviously. I would say I don't want to run afoul. I don't want to run afoul of any laws. I've always been kind of, I don't know, a good person, I guess. I mean, if I get a speeding ticket, I get upset. A parking ticket, I get upset. Any type of ticket, I'm upset. I'm opening a piece of chocolate. So anyway, what are they doing? Well, it turns out the federal government has more money than they know what to do with. I mean, it's leading to inflation. Our quality of life is going down, but they've got more money than they know what to do with. And so they give these grants to these third-party organizations. And these third-party organizations, their job is to stamp out. It's some sort of advocacy for something, okay? And so then they come up with this idea that they're going to spend all this money and they're going to have volunteers call all kinds of real estate agents and ask them all kinds of questions that are ridiculous, and then hope that one of them is going to say something that's against the Fair Housing Code, and then they can report that person. So it's not even the agency that's not even the fair housing person, okay? It's not even the government entity. It's not even somebody that could have actually been wronged by the fair housing, meaning an actual potential client. No. These are third-party companies that are being paid. Companies, I say, and you say, well, they're organizations, they're not for profit, so they must be okay. I'm done with the idea that not for profits are anything close to anything more than they get paid. The executives on the committees, the executives that run the things, making six figures minimum, okay, advocating all kinds of things that may or may not be. And you know what? I don't care. But then when you're paying people to put forth some sort of some sort of agenda that just ensnares people that are otherwise not intending to be, like if someone calls me, I want to help them buy a house. I want to help them sell a house if they need some advice on something. But I'm not. But that's my business. If someone calls me and says, "Hey, let me go. I want you to show me a house in X part of town," and it's 9:00 at night, I say, "No, I don't know you." And I mean, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's this thing with realtor safety that I'm very, very concerned about. And that is, one of them is you don't go show houses to people you don't know and don't know anything about. And that's just not how it works for me. So could that be a fair housing claim? I don't know. I would need to know more about the person before I would go. So I'm against this idea of entrapment. I'm for fair housing. I don't have any desire for anybody to be in a bad situation. I don't accept the way things are kind of put forth in the media, the narratives put forth. But I believe, like, all people are, should be able to, if they can afford it, buy a home. I don't think they should be steered in the wrong directions or anything like that. I don't like that. Not what I want to have anything to do with. So Anyway, how do you know if the feds have called or some organization has called to come at you? Well, you don't. You don't. What ends up happening usually is, 6 months later, you get some sort of notice. Some reporter might call you because the organization. It's not just enough to try and ensnare you. Then they have to go and get it reported by the press so that your life can be miserable. For what? Just for what? And that's the joy of being in this industry. Okay, I'm competing against multi-billion-dollar operations all across the United States. I'm competing against local agents, and then we have to have this enforcement arm being paid for by the government through grants. And all I want to do is help people buy homes and sell homes. That's all. I don't want to deal with any of this stuff, but yet it's all in front of me. So anyway, what do you think? Do you have that in your, like, say you're working at Schnucks and you work in the meat market. Does somebody call you from some sort of aligned federal government and say, like, you're not producing meat properly or something? They call you at 9:30 at night and say that, hey, we're coming at you, or they try to snare you up with like food safety questions in the middle of the night. Does that happen? Like, why are some industries, exempt? So, for instance, do you think that there's ever been a racist plumber? You think plumbing can be racist? I suspect it can. It could be sexist as well. Are there is there some sort of fair housing law for plumbers? Like, for their whole industry? Like, Fair Plumbing Act? You say, well, that's ridiculous. No. There's racism. If there's racism, which, that seems to be or sexism or any sort of isms, shouldn't everyone be harassed and hounded by the federal government, state government, local organizations, advocacy groups? Why is it just real estate agents? Like, and they say, well, you were worse. Well, if someone doesn't offer services for plumbing, does that make it worse? Let me put something out there. I lived in Detroit, Michigan, in a bad part of town, as you know, and I was a fairly decent fellow, I thought. The problem is my dryer was broken. So I called the company and I said, hey, my dryer's broken. When can you come out? And they're like, oh, we'll be out at this day. Okay. They didn't show up. Called them again, said, hey, what's up? Why aren't you coming out? It's like, oh, no, we just made a mistake. We'll be out tomorrow. So I waited again. Now I'm missing work for this. Oh, don't show up. Well, what's going on here? Is that racism? No, probably not. So they don't want to come out. They don't want to come out to my part of town because they think it's dangerous. Is that okay? I don't know. Wouldn't be if I was a different member of a different group. I don't know what to think of it. So you may say, John, if you want to get viewers, you don't want to eat on your live stream. Well, there's nobody watching, so I might watch later. So it's fascinating. Got a fascinating email from our local association the other day. It said, hey, nobody's filling out this form that says what nationality you are, what race you are, how you identify yourself, and we need it for the diversity. We need it for diversity. We need to show people how diverse we are. Seems racist to me. It just does. Like, what is it any of your business what I am? Oh, but then we'll show everybody that we're a diverse organization. No, you're just kind of exploiting the news. Let's talk about iBuying. Let's talk about how our businesses are shrinking due to severe competition from the outside. Oh, no. We'll worry about diversity. We can fix diversity. I don't get it. So, what is today? Wednesday? Monday was just a great live stream. Yesterday was a bit less, and today is just like, now it sounds like I'm angry. If my voice sounds different. Last night I went to bed. Everything was fine. Woke up choking on my own vomit. I kid you not. And you say, well, it's not vomit. Well, whatever was coming up was just gross. And it burned the back of my throat, like in here. Like it's like burnt right in here. It was terrible. Acid reflux, I guess. But I mean, it was bad. So that's why my voice has changed. My sleep wasn't the greatest. Fell asleep once, woke up. Fell asleep again, woke up choking, thought I was going to die. Went back to sleep, woke up again when someone was taking a shower at like 5 a.m. And then I got up at 6. But it's what it is. It is what it is. So I guess we should start on the day. Let's start on some things. So as you know, I like the Google Trends because I don't know what's going on. I mean, again, buying and selling houses. Help buyers, help sellers. That's what I do. Let's go over it. So yesterday, the biggest news was Spider-Man. But it's going to come up. Let me fix it because I screwed it up. Spider-Man No Way Home, I believe is the name of the movie, and it plays the greatest hits and pleases critics. So there was more than 1 million searches. Now, the fellow that passed away that was the singer, that was only that was 2 million searches. So this is only 1 million searches on Google. Now, one of the questions I have is, is Google still relevant in 2021 as far as search? I don't know. I would have thought they got a lot more searches than that anymore. When you look at Google Trends, they have a scale of like 0 to 100. And so they don't give you the exact numbers on the searches, but they give you like real estate might be trolling around 20. And then if there's a lot of searches, it'll go up to like 50. But that's not 20,000. It's not 50,000. It's not relevant to anything. I don't know. So anyway, this was over 1 million searches. So I guess there's at least 1 million people in the world that care. So I just wanted to read through it because I don't know anything about it. This is from the BBC News. I don't know if they're left or right, or if I did something wrong. I apologize. Just go ahead and put that out there. Okay, so the last Spider-Man movie I saw, I don't remember, but it had Tobey Maguire in it, and anyway, it says this article contains spoilers. I don't know that I want to spoil the movie. I mean, you're here watching something on real estate, and I'm going to spoil a movie, so I don't want to do that. So what I wanted to say though is I wanted to just go over what it is because I don't know. And it says Spider-Man No Way Home is an entertaining web-slinging adventure that ties up loose ends, say critics. The franchise's 9th solo film since 2002 sees Tom Holland return as the 3rd iteration of Peter Parker. So I don't know who the first one was. Oh, okay. Here we go. Set in the Marvel Universe, it attempts to unite the Holland era with the previous Spidey worlds of predecessors Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. Now, I'm 44 years old. I'm sure there's lots of people that like these types of movies and still go to movies. I haven't been to a movie in quite some time. I can't remember. It was Frozen 2, and I went there for the kids. The last movie I said, like I said, was Tobey Maguire. So there's somebody named Andrew Garfield, who I have no idea what's going on with him, but he's apparently one of the previous Spider-Men. Okay. Varieties says that it praised how the multiverse plot is used to more fully explore what Peter Parker stands for. Says the film follows on from 2009's Far From Home, in which the villainous Mysterio unmasked Parker before dying. Okay, so. And it says, like, I don't know if this is a spoiler, but it says, now fearing for his family and friends with identity revealed, Parker calls on Marvel's Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Cumberbatch, to cast a spell that will reapply his anonymity. Okay. So, it says the greatest hits box set. It says IGN's reviewer Amelia Emberwing similarly said the emotional impact gave the movie a new depth that was never explored in the previous Spider-Man films. So, Spider-Man No Way Home hits all the right notes as the MCU's latest entry. I don't know what that means. Marvel Comic Universe? Did I get it? Its impact on the universe as a whole, as well as overall emotional beats, all feel earned. Do you ever read something? This happens to me daily now. Do you ever read something and you have no idea, like, I have no idea what they're talking about. But then the writing itself is so strange. And I don't think it's because of the BBC. I think it's just odd. I mean, Spider-Man No Way Home hits all the right notes as the MCU's latest entry. Its impact on the universe as a whole, as well as the overall emotional beats, all feel earned. I mean, I don't even understand that. Is it a good movie or not? Does movies suck? Like, can we just go with that? Here we go. Just like an artist's greatest hits box sets for fans who already own every album by the artist, Spider-Man No Way Home is best appreciated by people who've already seen the previous Spider-Man movies. So there's like 8 other movies that you have to get into to see. And I've seen like 2 of them. I'm missing 6, including one whole Spider-Man. Just like an artist's greatest hits box set. Do they do that anymore? Remember that little dude that did the thong song? I forgot his name. He was I don't even know what decade that was in. But anyway, Cisco. Does Cisco have a box set for fans? Anyway. Guardian's Benjamin Lee appreciated the ambition of the film in his 3-star review. I don't know if it's 3 out of 5. I don't know if it's, I got nothing. Calling it a propulsive, slickly choreographed adventure, but said it offered only scattered fun. And we're talking about a movie. Like, you literally go pay money and go see a movie. Is it good? Is it bad? I liked this part. I didn't like this part. Where scattered fun doesn't come into my vernacular. He said that while Watts, who I think is like the director, I don't know, done a pretty good job of bringing worlds together, there was a loss of the breezy teen movie vibe of the first 2 offerings, a sacrifice that comes with a grander stage. New York Post Johnny Whatever said the film finishes on a positive note, describing the ending as bold. How about just describing the ending as the end? I mean, seriously. The end. In the best possible way, it feels like the director is saying, try to get rid of me now, suckers. It's true that some of the reunion banter between the baddies is forced, and Peter's choices in the lead-up can be quizzical. But if, like me, you were 12 when you saw 2002 Spider-Man, you'll be thankful you have a dumb mask to conceal your ugly emotional face when the credits roll. Wow. Now, I don't want you to think I'm mocking people that care about this movie. Okay, I don't it'd be nice to enjoy things. Okay. It's just the whole point of Google Trends for me is to try to learn about other things that don't come across my desk. Okay. So when the Mexican singer passed away, I was sad. I've never heard any of his music, I don't think, but maybe I have. And then yesterday with the software patch. I mean, we didn't see any of these words in the software article, right? Right. We didn't see anything even close to a pretty good job of the breezy teen movie vibe of the first two offerings, a sacrifice that comes with the grander stage. That wasn't in the article for the fixing of the software. The word breezy probably would never show up in a software. But then we're in this Spider-Man article, and now we've got all kinds of things going on. I don't understand the movie anymore. It's so weird to be like, I used to love music as far as I had all these CDs. I had thousands of dollars worth of CDs. And I went to every movie and I knew do you remember The Last Action Hero and all that stuff? Ghostbusters, the original. Back to the Future. I'm not saying that things were better back then or anything. I'm just saying I recalled stuff better. And now it's like, I don't even know what's going on. I have no idea who the best musicians are. Well, I do now. I guess I did. The Mexican fella, he's dead, but he was really big to some, I guess. I don't know. But these movies, I asked the girls when they go see a movie, and they go see like scary movies and stuff. I don't know if they'll go see this. I suspect they will because, it's the biggest search term on Google. I just had another piece of chocolate. It was good. So, yeah, Spider-Man. I think it comes out today. I don't know. I mean, that one there, he's wearing Spider-Man. I remember had a blue outfit. Let's look at some real estate. This here, I don't want new construction. Okay. I just want existing homes, but it says right here, new construction. So let's not waste our time with that. And it's right there. So I don't want to deal with that. This doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm lazy. I don't want to look it up. So, I like looking at listings. I like looking at houses. Does that make me a good realtor? I don't know. I look at a lot of houses. And the only thing I can see here is this isn't the same address as this one. So let's just take a look. $18.75 million in Chicago. Yesterday we did Little Rock, Arkansas. The day before we did St. Louis, Missouri. I'm just going to go all over the place. Why? Well, there is, like, while there are different locations, and locations does matter, the architecture, some of the things could be similar, depending on what part of the country is. Also, some of the amenities can be simple. Some of the amenities can be similar. So I want to, have a good baseline of what to expect on a home that's, $18.75 million. So I'm going to open it here. It's been on the market for 410 days. Okay. So it's got 100 pictures. It's got a 1-car garage. Who's the listing agent? Catherine Malkin. I mean, if it sells, she's golden. I mean, she's got enough money to, to be okay. Ideally located in the heart of the Gold Coast, Chicago's most iconic home is the epitome of sophistication, timeless luxury, and unparalleled appointments. Finished with nothing less than the finest of materials, this home is elegant and yet still relaxed. From expansive living areas that lend themselves to grand-scale entertaining to beautiful, intimate, private spaces for relaxed conversation, the thoughtful floor plan flows with ease and refinement from elegant room to elegant room and seamlessly to the private outdoor spaces with great care. This residence was designed with a garden terrace to the east and a charming central courtyard that infuses an abundance of natural light not found in most homes in Chicago. So she's saying that there's not a lot of natural light in homes in Chicago, but this one does. The wide and spectacular gallery spans the floor east to west, giving you an immediate sense of the expanse of the first floor and sets the tone for the unmatched volume and graceful style of every room in the house. Exquisite detail, state-of-the-art infrastructure, and meticulous architectural design create a magnificent residence and the very best Chicago has to offer. To learn more about this truly unique offering, it got cut off because there's not enough words. 6 bedrooms, 8.5 baths, 20,000 square feet. We'll take a look. I don't know. It's been on the market for a long time. I don't know who owns it. I don't have the disclosures. I don't know if there's something wrong with it. I mean, I know the Gold Coast is, pretty highfalutin. I mean, that's beautiful. Is it $18 million beautiful? Again, I'm going to be an old man and complain about the tile floor or the marble floor. I don't want to be on a marble floor in the house. It's not what I want to do. That looks like some parquet wood. We're good there. A lot of furniture. Pretty, but a lot of furniture. When was this built? Let's see the property history. Well, it was at least, it was listed in 2020. There hasn't been a lot of sometimes you see it's been listed for a long time. Here, maybe I'll get it here. Looks like it says $101,250 in taxes per year, which seems like a lot. It says the effective year built was 2000, so I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm just looking at it. Nice kitchen. Nice hallway. I don't like look. I want to stay in the kitchen. If we're going to be in the kitchen, let's stay in the kitchen. This one here confuses me. I mean, it's nice. But is it $18.75 million nice? Is that like a tile? Or is that a wallpaper? I don't know. Nice little craft room. I like that table. But I mean, I'm done. I got 35 pictures and I'm done. I'm not doing anymore. I'm sorry. If you want to come and take a look at the listing, it's in Realtor.com. It's the #1 most expensive single family home in Chicago currently listed. Let's look at this house. It's on Burling Street. $15 million, 6 bedrooms, 6.5 baths, 8,000 square feet. Let's take a look. 47 pictures, 3-car garage, built in 2012, and there's been on the market for 201 days. This is really long, and I'm not reading it. Let's take a look. 47 pictures. I got a better chance. Interesting. S is for style, it says. Nice kitchen there. That's see, one of the problems I have is I don't have the mindset of someone that has $15 million to spend on a home. So, what I think is nice and decent, they might find to be terrible. What I think is terrible is these pictures are not very, very sharp for considering, what we're trying to sell here. I'm also not getting a good sense of like the house. Like, I mean, you've just shown me 6 pictures of a freaking treadmill. I'm not even sure I'm getting the treadmill with the house. And this doesn't make any sense. Look how small this is. How do you play ping pong in a room that small? See, because that's not real. I just figured it out. That's fake. So is that. That's virtually staged. I think. I can't prove it. I don't want to slander. Here's great. I got a basketball court on a tile. It's just, no. We'll look at another because, I like to look at houses. I like to see houses that have something interesting. Now, this is for 18 million. This is for 12 million. Let's just go 12. Half the size. Same bedrooms, fewer baths on a smaller lot. Let's take a look at this. So, did they really take a picture of this at night, or did they just do some camera fun? I don't know. It says the year built is 2008. It's been on the market for 277 days. What I would say is that the highest of the high real estate in Chicago isn't moving quickly based on these 3 homes, which is all I have to go on. That house looks nice. Okay? I like the way it looks. I don't understand, like, why didn't we go in? I'm not trying to, like, look, this person, Nancy, Nancy Tassone, she got the listing. So I don't want you to think that I'm being jealous of this woman getting the listing, and I didn't, because number one, I don't live in Chicago. Okay. Number two, one of the more interesting things I think about myself is I don't want to have a house listed for 277 days. It would just drive me insane. Anyway, so what I would like if I have no virtual tour, okay? But what I would like is I would like to be able to walk into the house like this. I don't see the floor here. So it's cut off. And so I don't know where this is in relation to the house. Is this the front entrance? Now, we saw 2 other front entrances, rather dramatic. This here is just confusing. So now I'm in this room. I don't know how it's related to any of the other rooms. And I mean, that's beautiful, okay? That's a beautiful kitchen. Maybe the nicest kitchens that we've seen. I mean, I don't know if maybe is the right answer. It looks like there's an oven right there even. And you got the hood. I mean, that's nice. See this door here? Does that look odd to you? Like more than 36 inches? Like this? I don't know what this is. Why did you put this here? What is this? Why are you always taking pictures like this? Like, why are you cutting off the floor? Are these photos being condensed online on the portals? I mean, that's nice. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure that's a closet with a ladder. It's hard to tell. Oh no, that's a closet. That's a closet with a ladder for sure. Okay, now we got our workout room. Everybody likes to work out these days. Look at that bed. It's got like a weird hump. It's just an interesting, a lot of pink there. That's an interesting room. But the pictures are really, that's a theater room that I've not seen anything like before. You got a wine cellar. There's your washer and dryer, and you got two. That's nice. Some sort of wet bar. And you got your outside living. There's your 3-car garage. I mean, it's nice. And you got to remember that, and I like this, the floor plan. You got to remember it's Chicago. Parking is a premium, and you've got 3 parking spaces. Now, I don't know if you want to be driving around Chicago all the time, but you have something to work with. So that was kind of our look at Chicago. Was I disappointed? A little bit. I'll be honest. A little disappointed. I don't know. I'd like to see more. I'd like to see a little more. So let's get into our real estate articles today. It says, this was also on Realtor.com. It says, New Year's bargains, 10 median priced homes in 2022's hottest real estate markets. Okay. So what does this mean? Over the past 20 months, we've seen wild gyrations in the realm of real estate. One huge shift, a migration away from big, expensive cities with remote workers and retirees alike ending up in newly minted tech hubs and burgeoning industrial centers far from crowds and congestion. They say that happened within the last 2 years about. But what do the next 12 months have in store? The Realtor.com data gurus, I suspect that'd be their economists, have crunched the numbers to forecast which housing markets will generate the most heat in 2022. These 10 towns are where we predict prices and the number of home sales will rise the most in the coming year. To offer you a closer look at these 10 cities, we picked a delightful dwelling in each town. We tried to hew close to the median home price in each city to give you a peek at the average home a buyer can expect. Now, that's a nice effort. However, price close to the median means these homes won't stay on the market for much longer. Act now if you're ready to dive in. Now, in this market, I can't imagine these homes being available. This article was written on the 8th. Let's look at this. Number 1, Salt Lake City, Utah. The median home price is $564.62. They're asking $519. 2,700 square feet. This looks like a house in Oakville would go maybe for $350. Well, that'd be high. Anyway, Boise, Idaho, median home price $503,959. When I think about Boise, no one asks, but when I think about it, I think about the wild, wild west. Vast open spaces. I don't think about a city. Even Boise, I don't think about it. So, vintage meets modern. It says this is the median home price of $503,000. They're asking $499,900. Inventory in Boise. Hopefully, I've said that right. I think I've heard Boise. But anyway, Boise. I'm doing that. I apologize for those that live there. Includes a vintage ranch homes as well as newer homes built with vintage charm. Case in point, this 3-bedroom cottage built in 2014. We love the light and bright kitchen highlighted by a spacious island, stainless steel appliances, and granite countertops. It's been exquisitely maintained and is perfect for pet owners thanks to a fenced, low-maintenance backyard and its proximity to a large park. There you go. We got nothing. I don't want to look at it because I don't think it exists. Well, we can look. We'll try. It's pending. Let's see what she was talking about in there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. It's nice. I don't know. Spokane, Washington. Now look at this. Have you guys noticed the Washington market is just median home price $419 now. They say it's less, but man, when I was looking, it was ridiculous. So let's see what this is. I just want to see the square footage. They got 1,800 square feet. So not bad. This is a house that's empty. Move in ready. It's still for sale too. Interesting. 46 days on the market. So they missed it. They missed it on the price in this market. And if it was in St. Louis, I don't know about, maybe their market has slowed down. Indianapolis, Indiana, median home price $272,401. They're asking $239,900 for this one. $40,000 less is a big deal. Up and coming neighborhood is code. Code for, hey, you might have some issues. 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet, still for sale. Been on the market 8 days. You know, what's funny to me is, I mean, I know my market pretty well, but to write an article that would go national or worldwide about different locations and what to expect for a certain number would take guts. Because I have no idea. Like when we look at stuff on Realtor.com, that's just me looking. I have no idea. Maybe that house that we saw for $18 million isn't worth even half of that. I don't know. I just see the listing price. Columbus, Ohio, median home price $298,523. This is $298,900. 3 years old. I mean, that's good living. If I could have a 2,500 square foot home for $300,000 in today's market, I'd take it. Let's see if it's sold. Let's just see. It's contingent, so it's under contract. Okay. Providence, Rhode Island, median home price $419,000. This house is being asked. They're asking $424,000. Says this classic beauty built in 1930 has been splendidly updated. This 4-bedroom, 3-bath home, 3.5 bedroom will likely appeal to professors from nearby Brown University or the Rhode Island School of Design. In addition to academics, all sorts of buyers have been flocking to this quaint, affordable town that compares favorably with other major northeastern cities. This home could also make for a great rental for university students if the tenants were willing to care for the beautiful hardwood floors. I don't know about that. I don't know. It's contingent. 2,500 square feet. It's a house. I mean, it's been on the market for 67 days. Hopefully it'll sell. Greenville, South Carolina. Now, these are up-and-coming areas. This is where people have decided they want to move, according to the article. Greenville hasn't lost its small-town allure, but it has attracted major corporations like BMW, Michelin, and General Electric. Just a second. Client. So, in anticipation of corporate arrivals a few decades ago, a housing boom occurred. So you can still find lovely homes like this 4-bedroom dwelling that was built in 1992 and beautifully updated. So what do we got here? Contingent. 300,000. 300,000. How many square feet would it say? Doesn't say. Not even going to go look, but I'm okay with that. Seattle, Washington, average home price or median home price $666,754. Median home price in Seattle is higher than any of the other cities in the top 10, but the Emerald City's economy supports higher housing costs. Well, it does or it doesn't. We'll find out. 1,300 square feet, $668,000. Let's see if it's pending. It is. Let's take a look. It looks kind of cool. You can see a lot of water around there. Been on the market 55 days. Number 9, Worcester, Massachusetts. We, St. Louis Blues used to have the minor league affiliate. It was called the Worcester Ice Cats. That's the only thing I knew about Worcester. I drove by Worcester when I went to, when I was a youngster. I drove by maybe when I was in my 20s. It seemed like it was like a factory town then. Probably changed. Not a lot of factories in the United States anymore. Median home price $397,188. Price $410,000. You can still get a sizable historic house in Massachusetts. It's second largest city for a little over $400K. Okay, let's see what it looks like. It's contingent. I don't know. This is not something that I would want. 11 days on the market. Somebody else wanted it big time. Empty, move-in ready. I don't know. I don't want to dissuade anyone from buying it. Number 10, Tampa, Florida. Surprising to me that Texas is not on this list of growing places. And then this is medium home price is 335, 814. 335, did I say? Okay, then 345. It says remote workers from colder climates are migrating to Tampa for the weather and the laid-back lifestyle. A buyer can still find relatively good deals on attached homes and townhouses and planned communities with first-rate amenities like pools and tennis courts. This two-story unit offers 3 bedrooms, 1,800 square feet of living space. It even boasts a bay window, which is appropriate for Tampa. Let's see. How we doing? Pending. 74 pictures for a $345,000 house. Just go take a look. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna stop there because we're getting close to the end, and I don't want to go to the next article. I'll go to it tomorrow. So, I don't know if that's a bargain. If you get something at the median price, I don't know if it's a bargain. I would like to go. There's this place in Pensacola Beach. I'll just see if they got it. You ever been down there? I hate to hype it, but since there's like 4 people watching, it's not like it shouldn't. I shouldn't be, I shouldn't be hurting the market, is what I'm trying to say. You're gonna let me? All right, fine. I know there's units in here. I don't know. Maybe it's mad at me. Why would it be mad at me? What did I do? Anyway, we'll look at it tomorrow. Pensacola Beach, Florida. There's these condos. Maybe it doesn't exist. Okay, here we go. I think, let's just look. I want to have any for sale, hide pending and contingent. Hide foreclosures and 55 plus community. I want existing homes. And I want the property type to be a condo. Done. I don't see what I'm looking for. I need to search by price. Oh, I hit the wrong button. I don't know if I'm seeing what I want to see. I thought it was Pensacola Beach, but now that I'm looking, I don't guess it is Pensacola Beach. But anyway, I feel bad because there's these things I wanted you to see, and there's these 5 towers, and it's just freaking beautiful. Yeah, this is to the Gulf side. The ones I want to see are on the. I don't know how to say it. It's not on the Gulf side. But anyway, they're just gorgeous. But this is all like Perdido Key. It's not the beach colony. Maybe I won't hide the pending. Man, it's a shame. I hate to give you dead air like that, but and I forgot the name of it. I'll look it up overnight and we'll find it tomorrow. This will be tomorrow's thing too. Let me change this over here to the base. And anyway, my point is that there's a lot of if I were going to go down there, I would like to stay at a place that has a 24-hour pizza bar because I like pizza. I would care about the experience. I mean, I don't want to cook. I would like a cafeteria in my condo so I could just go down there and get whatever I wanted to whenever I want to. I really don't care what it costs. You want to charge me $10 for a hamburger? I'll do it. Just make it a good hamburger. I mean, and that's living the life. That's what I want. It's a shame I can't find those things. I'll look it up. They got a website, and I'm going to rent a place there just for a couple days because it's so wonderful. I don't care how much it costs. I'm going to do it because we drove the whole thing, and it's right at the end. And then it's the beach is protected at that point. Like you can't go any further for construction. And so it's like private. And I mean, it's just beautiful. That's what I think. Anyway. So what did we learn today? Well, we learned that there's a lot more Spider-Man movies than I remember. I missed 7 of them. We learned that the median home prices in cities that they expect to expand do not include places I thought would expand. I would have thought Orlando. I would have thought Austin, Texas. I don't know that I would move to Indianapolis if I were leaving. I mean, I'm already in the Midwest. I mean, I don't know. We learned that. We learned the feds or aligned organizations may not be our friends. And we saw some houses in Chicago. That was our day. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed bringing it to you. I'll see you tomorrow at 9. Be my 18th consecutive.